What's up? I am at TPC Toronto, Osprey Valley. I'm playing the Heathlands Course. It is Monday, October 10th. It's gonna be a high of about 12 degrees. Beautiful day. I'm out just as a solo single, likely paired up with some people. And we're playing Heathlands. It's the course that they did the Osprey Valley Open on in July for the PGA Tour Canadian Tour. So that's pretty fun and exciting. Beautiful fall colors. The trees are full painted right now. And not too windy, so should be a nice day for the Heathlands style course. I'm gonna try to film every shot of mine, if at least from far away. See how it goes. So first hole, got the little diagram of the hole up there. You see those traps? I'm aiming over the left trap, and I hit my line.
Right over the left side.
They should have carried that stuff, and then because it's not that thick, like right now,
Come
like,
through, right?
yeah, and then you might just be sitting perfect if it kicks forward, which it should.
Yeah, it did not. I hit my line, I hit my shot. If anybody was up here, I would have been able to find my ball when it came through, but alas, could not find it on that angle. I was not going to go back to the tee for this sort of casual round. Took a drop in the rough. And try to poke my 6-iron up in front of the green and catch a pretty good flyer out of the rough. Drop it into a nice sand trap. So everybody knows this is one of the easiest shots in golf. Not. Just want to get this out of the trap, ideally not too far over the green, and I just don't swing hard enough, nearly hard enough. Nervous with that first hole jitters a little bit. Now again in the rough, punch this out, make sure to get it on the green, get another little fly out of the rough, but it settles on the back of the green.
That will finally do.
And this is my introduction to the Heathlands greens. You see, this is downhill. These greens are much faster than I'm used to. Bump it up over the hill and it's gone. So, make a bit of a mess of this first hole, but we're getting into our stride. This is definitely a caliber of course that I'm not particularly useful, and I go ahead and pick up that little gimme for an 8. Probably could have putted, but playing with strangers and sort of hacking up the first hole, I don't want to be wasting their time on that first hole. But anyways, the quirks of golfing alone. Got a 5-iron here, trying to poke this just over that left bunker in the center of the fairway.
Yeah, good ball. Solid. Great shot.
Got a nice drive, nice
147
draw.
pin.
I hear that 147 pin, 128 to carry.
Front lip. Wind's behind me. Try to hoist in an 8-iron.
Pretty standard 8-iron here. Got a chance to get a nice clean hole after that messy start. Generally, I'm trying to break 90. Maybe it's an ambitious goal for a course like this, but thin that one. See no divot at all. Good direction. It hits the front of the green and rolls through the back. So I'm up in that back fringe again with the downhill green in front of me, and after that first hole You know, the word respect comes to mind. Tad too much respect, as I just dribble it onto the green and leave myself, what is that, 8 feet downhill for par. And I get it to go. So, triple bogey, par. Not the worst start in the world. Come to the third hole. It's an interesting dogleg left at the end, not a terribly long hole. So again, I'm up here with my 5-iron, cutting off some of that left side. And this is interesting because it's natural to cut off that left side, try to get close to the hole, but really,
I saw a bounce, yeah. Had a good bounce, so should be sitting up.
you're in a much better shape.
What did you have yardage there?
150.
150.
150.
And that pin sit in front?
Yeah, that pin's in front.
You're in much better shape if you just push it out to the right, because then you got the whole green lengthwise, whereas now I'm coming across that green and I only have a few yards front to back. I hit an excellent shot. I'm pretty sure this was a 7-iron, and I sky it over the green. Now this is hard. Got to get it up through the tree. The green's running away from you. You don't want to leave it in this stuff. And I put it right through the little slot that I have.
That's hot. Other side
It
of the rough.
rolls over the green, and the other side of the rough is actually pretty deep bunker. There's my hat. And again, I've not practiced bunker shots. There's one good puff of sand there. Did not get out. And make sure to get this out and not leave it back in that bunker. Get it two, and it's like a war zone with the mortar shells going off and the sand blasting. So third try's the charm. Get it again, just a bit long, but I should have just done that the first time. Taken my medicine. Chipping, nice delicate chip off the fringe here, more like a putt. Just barely landed that on the green, and
Go. Come on. Very nice. Thank you.
Nice touch.
it's a quad. Just, it hurts. Some good strokes, some bad strokes. That's a quad. Anyways, hole 4, 5-iron again. This is probably one of the times I should have actually went driver and just taken my medicine with getting out into the rough. Kind of miscalculated how short the hole was, thinking my 5-iron hit it pretty well. I was expecting it to clear that trap if I hit my correct 5-iron, and I did not. I was a good
183.
30 yards short of the trap. So I'm 183. I got my little rescue club out of this thick cabbage, and I'm just trying to get it out onto a playable spot with a good approach to the green here. And I managed pretty much to do that. I go through the fairway, just on the angle. I was just trying to get it out in the middle of the fairway, get it through the fairway, and I have a approach to the green. I think this is just a 9-iron. Love to hit a good one here. You see the ball a little below my feet. These little side hill lies are tricky. And again, I hit a thin one. I hit it off that front bank to kill it. It rolls through the green and off the back. Thin to lose, more like it, but it is what it is. Now, watch this. Get an idea of what these greens are like today. Oh my gosh, watch this. Chip it. Just killed it on that intermediate. And it almost rolls off the front of the green. I almost should have putted it from back there. I'm just not used to these speeds, to this sort of roll. It's nice, it's consistent, and it's a good way to improve your putting. It's a much better lag. But it is a double. Okay, so try to stop the bleeding here. We've got a nice par 3. I've got, I believe, a 7-iron, and you see the pin is out over that bunker, so I'm actually aiming on the left portion of the green. If I come up short, I'm okay. If I go long, I'm coming across the green. That's my target. And just trying to hoist in a good 7, not get into too much trouble. And I do exactly that. Get it right on that wide part of the green. I got a good putt going uphill. I know these greens are fast, but this is quite a hill to climb, and I don't want to wind up leaving it 10 feet short here. So I give this a good wrap, trying to get it up to the flag. And just too good a wrap. It's just, man, it's over the back, and you see me turn around because I need to go get a different club, and in doing so I knock my camera over, so you miss my chip, which was uninspired, putt, which is uninspired, rims it, come back to the other side, put it in, nope, didn't get that one in, and just eventually it goes down for triple, 4-putt triple. Playing better than I'm scoring as far as my full shots go. It's these greens, the chipping, the putting I am not used to, and that's where the scores come in. But we've got a long par 4 here. I'm aiming out at that tree, that brown tree, and I hit it, and I actually draw a little too much right over the side of the tree. Puts me out into kind of a fescue area.
So I did find that tee shot, but I didn't get to film it. Hit an 8-iron. No look to the pin. Had 148 yards, hit an 8-iron out of that fescue. Rolled up 10 yards past the pin over the back. Lucky I found it. Still have a chance for a par.
You hear that delay there.
Man, we'll see.
When I say par, I'm like, I can't even do the math anymore. I'm like, I think I'm there for a chance at par. 2-putt par, I think I'm there. Further over the back than I expected. This is a really tough putt. This is screaming downhill with a screaming right-hand turn. And I just try to get it trickling down. I take a bit too much that I bite off, but I'm expecting it to be actually breaking towards the flag that whole time. It doesn't turn until late. And then look at it just continue, just that snake side and side, and it's like...
I bit off a bit much?
Yeah, I bit off a bit much. You want to come out here for a day and just putt. Just putt around these greens from front to back, left and right. Get a feel for it, and then maybe you can come in and eliminate some of the bleeding here. But, from back there, cleaning it up, still 2 putts. It's a double. As I was technically off the green with my approach shot. Plus 13 after 7's not where I want it to be, but it's where I am, and that's fine.
Literally, the wind changes on each of our tee shots.
This is an interesting hole. It's a long one, and it feels weird. Like there's no real landing area for my driver, and I should probably pick a 5-iron to know I'm going into a landing area, but I'm just so tired of being too far away from these greens and then scrambling. So smash a driver and push it right. just a little mental lapse not having a strong target my landing area and leave the face open a bit, but pretty good shot. I do find it, and I have my camera positioned kind of in line with the pin, and this is maybe ambitious. Maybe overconfident camera placement as far as the direction here. I think maybe I subconsciously actually keep this one a little farther right than I should have, because really my line is at the camera. But woo, there goes. Good shot out of the fescue, but it does wind up right of the pin up on this hill. If I had taken my better line straight over the camera, that actually probably would have rolled on or very close to the green. But as it stands, I have a really tough shot with this green running away and all these rolling hills tumbling down. Get it up, get it down running, and it's getting to the green, and it lips. It lips a sprinkler head. Watch this, it's moving forward, and then you see it turn and come back around. So it lost 2-3 feet from that turn where it would have just been up to the fringe, and now it's back down in the valley. Just makes this shot a way more difficult shot. Not like it was going to be tight to the pin, but it would have been a putting stroke on the green rather than this. I think this is a putt, but from well off the green through a lot of undulation. It's a great angle to see the undulation, the green side complexes. It's not a bad putt from there. I didn't want to put it way past the speed of these greens and it going down. I mean, I probably could have given it more, but coming out of that like 6 or 7 feet of fairway, you give it too much, I put it through the green and I'm back in another bad spot. So here we go, and I hammer it at the hole, bouncing off the hole. Ay caramba. It's another double.
It's going right. I think you hit a pterodactyl.
Just tough. Just
Yeah, you just have an easy trip.
It's tough. Not the worst golf in the world, not the best golf in the world, but just tough greens to feel comfortable on. Par 3 here. This is normally water in front, but so late in the season it's just kind of like a dried out marsh. Either way, it's hazard. Not going to be able to play out of it, so you need to get that ball on the surface safely. Just a pitching wedge. And I get it. As most of these shots have been doing, pretty close to where I'm aiming. Really striking the ball fairly well. There is, I believe, an osprey out in Osprey Valley. I could be wrong. But here is my birdie putt. Uphill. Not a ton of left to right in it. Most of it for this distance, this is just uphill, lagging it to the hole. I'd really love a par. Birdie, outside chance, but I'd love a par. Please. Just coddle it up there, cozied on up, and still some work. Even when you're sitting out 4 feet away, a lot could happen in 4 feet on these greens, but I drop it for par, staying at plus 15. And
That's it, yeah. It looks fucking further than
The stake?
Yeah. Fucking, I'm gonna still go
we go to the 9th hole. You hear my guys, playing partners, chatting about their line.
You know, like the church.
It's a weird hole because you're over on the side. The hole's kind of on this angle, and par 5, so you want to bite off as much as you can. It's a well-designed hole. Really messes with you. You go too far left, you're going to be in the crap. You go too far right, you're not going to make the fairway. And
Watch it, I see it.
wind gonna
I'm
take
like,
it?
See it. I still see
I
it.
hit a good drive. It just has that little bit of tail.
They landed right at that hill, so it all depends on what the bounce it takes.
Yeah, and that all runs away. So that drive there would have landed somewhere here, but all this bounces right, runs right, especially to a fading ball, and I couldn't find it. So a drop. I did bring it back to the fairway because I'm plus 15. I don't need to make it any more difficult for myself. This is just a mental lapse. Hit a great shot, but where am I hitting it? Why am I hitting it into danger? I'm not going to get it to the green. Shouldn't have ever been able to make that trap. Just laid it out somewhere that I can have a shot to the green, but as it is, I'm in the trap. Pretty steep wall in front of me. Just really want to get this out. Front of the green area would be great, and just sort of chunk it. At least it's out of the bunker, but it stays in the
Crazy ass put down the road. Remember?
fescue.
It breaks hard, and you can see the ridge.
Now, mid-range pitch out of this junk, and I hit a great shot. I wish I had the camera angle. I almost carried this up to the green, and it caught the false front area here, and then rolled down into the bunker. There's a reason this is the number one handicap hole on the course. Now, there is water down to the right. You just want to pop this up left of the pin safely and miss the ball. Pop this up safely. Get it up there. Nice shot. Oh, dear. Now I'm watching to see, where's it going to stop? Now I'm watching to see, is it going to go in the water? Questioning my life choices. It did stop, thankfully, in this bit of rough grass here, but it's not that bad. And I just don't want to have this come back. So I don't want to have this short of the pin and come back to my feet. So guess what happens? Longy. Long. At least I'm not in another bunker. Just over the back. Would love to chip this in for a smooth quad. Look at, just tap it, kill it in that fringe. It rolls down.
Tap in 10.
Yeah, and I go tap it in for 10. Tough one. 56. Tough 9. You see it. It is what it is. Par 3 over this water. It's just a pitching wedge, pretty sure. Some decent wind, but I feel pretty good with the pitching wedge in my hand. And I hit the ridge.
Here it is.
You're gonna end up by loop.
And it rolls nice and close.
Great job, Ryan. Thank you.
Best birdie chance of the day. You see, that's where my ball pitched. That's where my ball mark is. It came back down the hill towards the hole, and this is my birdie putt. Now, it's still downhill, and these greens are still pretty nuts, so it could easily turn into a 3-putt situation. So I'm thinking birdie would be nice, but also just trickle it into the hole. Just let it die into the hole. Missed the hole, but tap in par. Cannot argue with that when you're sitting at plus 20 after 9.
My name's got that bunker written all over.
Par 5, 11th hole. This is into the teeth of the wind. This used to be the first hole. They rerouted the course since I last played. This used to be hole number 1. Now it's hole 11. Some water shouldn't really come into play. Would love to just pop this out onto a fairway. Great drive, but just gives that draw. When I'm up the left, it gives the draw. When I'm up the right, it gives the fade. And it results in I'm always off my fairway, at least. This situation, I wound up on another fairway. I think this is the 18th fairway. Get a nice 6-iron, stay down on it, make sure to not just thin it into the crap in front of me. And I managed to get it back into play. Now a third shot. I think I'm hitting a gap wedge or a 9-iron here. There's that front on the green with the trap, and really you should be shooting middle to the back of the green here. I think think I was probably just thinking flag and thankful to be in the fairway. Hit a great shot, a little tuggy, and just not quite enough club. Gets rejected off the front of that green. So here I am, chipping up, 56 degree, and I want to chip this. First hop would be great if it was just at the top of this little ridge, and then let it release onto the green. So there, you see it died 6 inches short. 6 inches short.
I caught the front of the edge instead of the green.
If I had just had that hop 6 inches farther on, this ball probably would have rolled out to the pin. So pretty happy with that pitch, with especially how I've been playing. But got a shot to salvage a par. Not meant to be. And again, that's a little bit longer than you want to have for your bogey after being greenside in 3. Either way, drop it for bogey. And we move on to the par 3 hole, 12th hole, plus 21. Man, it seems 90 is out of the question. Par 72, seems 90 is out of the question. But it'd be great to hit a nice shot here, get it onto the green. Don't quite get all of it, it's a little bit hooky. Gets rejected from that left front side of the green, and I wind up with one of the other guys I was playing with, but I'm a little further away and in the rough and on a bit of a weird slope, and then you got to go up this slope, and you know, this is an intimidating shot. What you should be doing here is going right to the pin, making sure that you get it on the green. If it rolls out to the pin, great. If it is short of the pin, great. If it's long of the pin, great. Just get it out, dump it on that green, and let the hole continue. Not sure if that practiced stroke feels a little scared. I'm adjusting my practice stroke for the roll of the green before I even get to the green, and that's what's going to happen. That's the hit.
Help you out.
Now,
Let you see what happens.
for my practice at plus 21, this guy wants to hit his ball. I want to let him see how the ball rolls. You know, hit a second one nice and loose. That finishes 8 feet from the pin. I'm not playing it. It's just a test shot, but
Wow.
you loosen up. You just think, here, I'll just hit this, let you see how it goes, and all of a sudden, boom, you're there. But my real ball, I'm hitting my third shot from the rough still, and I'm still so hesitant with it, and the Velcro grass slows your club down that little bit extra. Not many worse feelings in golf than taking 5 strokes to get to the green on a par 3. At least this one, yeah, you hear me say I can nip this. This is on fairway, so I hit it a little more confident stroke. And it looks like a good speed around the pin. And it looks like it's going to stop, but it catches a bit of slope. See where it is there? It just keeps rolling. Gone. You see that slope near the green on this angle, and it's a hard course. It's a hard course. And I'm making it a lot harder than it needs to be. Pound that putt way past. Nice, another long one for a quad. Drain it. Ay, 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 ay. Another quad. Hole 13, par 4. The green is out there just off of the right side of that tree. This hole sets up pretty good for the little draw I've usually been hitting. I really want to get one in the fairway here. And I get a nice low draw. Gonna put me on the other side of the tree. wide open view of the green here. Green light city. Now, I'm not meaning green light as in we're birdie town here. I'm meaning green light as in let's get a par. Let's get this on the green and 2-putt. It's just like a pitching wedge or a 9-iron, I think.
Short?
I think I got it a little bit fat there, but it did get up on the green. It did roll to the green. Seem a little bit happy about that. It's been a rough round, so I take my victories. See, it rolled pin high. I think because it was a little fat, didn't have any spin, so when it got there, it did roll out, even though it was shorter than it would have been. Now, this is downhill. They've been lightning fast. I'm going to just pour this in. I think that's a good pace. For all of the greens we've been on, that felt like a good pace. Every time I watch it back, I can't believe it stops coming down the hill like that. It's just disbelief. But 3 feet, 2.5 feet par. I want to get this in. Thank you, Parsky.
First ball. So why am I worrying about the second shot?
Another par 5. You see the traps sort of crossing the fairway up there. They're well out of play. This is just a big receptive fairway. Probably not going to go for it in 2, so there's no need even to hit driver here, really, but feels not wild enough for me to, to put it back in the bag. I feel like I have some control, but I do push this out, get up on the ridge there, those mounds, but it's playable. I'm watching to make sure I don't lose my bearings, and yeah, it's right there on the hill. Not too bad. Above my feet, does get a little tricky. You see how it flattens you out.
Oh my God.
And I almost missed the ball. I really should have just chipped it. 5-iron, chip it up forward to those traps, and then had myself a third shot. But hindsight, right? Now this is even harder shot, but I get into it, kind of focus when it's hard to make contact. And again, I kind of was just focusing on good contact, and I got it, and it put me in this trap. Now, we're sitting 3. This is our 4th shot. I'm still 90 away. I'm hitting my gap wedge out of this trap. Just finding my line. I want to make sure to get it out and have something to chip around the green. Could be a huge blow-up hole here if you start leaving it in the trap, or if I shank it or toe it here. Just need a good swing to let me stay in the hole. And I friggin' get it. I do get it. It's a little bit right, but not Danger Bay right. So remember to always rake your traps, and I have a chip. I'm just shy, like short to the right side. Now from where I was, that's actually in line with the pin, but I was definitely not aiming there. I was aiming left because there's traps just 1 yard further right of me. So I did push my shot, but I have a chip, and it's out of the rough. It's not gonna really bite. Should roll out. Trying to gauge my speed here. It's kind of uphill into the green, so I can be a little aggressive with it, but again, the greens are fast. And just catch that a little thin and a little low. The landing spot was right, but my trajectory was not quite right, so got a little more run out than I had expected. And I have a putt, decently long putt here for a bogey. Overlaid the pin and dropped it. Saved the bogey. That's what you got to do. You stay in it. Don't get nuts. Make the good shots where you can. And that was a big bogey for me. That was a very momentum changing bogey on the 14th hole for me to be able to scrape that out after kind of duffing my second shot. This is an interesting hole. You see, it does fatten up in the fairway. There's an old wall, a stone wall, going sideways through the fairway, and you just got to carry it. Otherwise, you're going to be way too far back. It's kind of a weird mental game to play, to hit in over a wall where you can't see. But I get a pretty good shot. It leaks a little right.
Thanks, guys.
Pretty good feeling shot. I'm in kind of semi-rough here, not super fescue, but not on the fairway. I got a 9-iron.
129. Into the wind. I'm gonna do a 9.
9-iron out of the rough, so if I get a little jumper, I'm not going to be way over the back if I were to smack an 8. Pretty good shot for me. I feel like I can just send it up to the green and hopefully be chipping around to try to scramble for a par if I don't get it on the green. See, the ball's above my feet, and that does definitely come into play. It comes way left, like good 10-15 yards left, hits something, and rolls across the green. It hits a sprinkler head or something, 10-15 yards left, and rolls almost into the pin.
Left, it bounced 5 yards right of the pin. It's almost went in.
Yeah, it rolled straight across the green, almost went in the hole, left me off the back there. So now, 2 strokes from here can secure a par. Had it not bounced across, it still could have been a chip and a putt to get in, but this is much closer, and especially with the way I've been dealing with these greens, much higher percentage chance for a par ski. You see, I just snuggle it down there, definitely some fear, and was not looking at a bird, was looking at a par. Managed to get it in and stay plus 26. Nice par 3. My camera kind of has a mind of its own and sometimes wanders after I set it up, so you don't see me, just the kind of shadow of the ball there. 7-iron.
That's a great swing.
Probably my best 7-iron of the day.
Be right. Yeah, that's a great ball, man.
Stays right, sits and stays within 5 feet of where I hit, and then you see this guy's putt from behind me. Once you get past that hole, bye-bye town. It just dribbles and dribbles down, so that is terrifying to me,
A little less pace, and it just stayed up there.
and I'm glad that I saw it.
I thought, I was going to say, like, if you came up half the distance of mine, I was like, well, you had no trouble. Yeah.
So here, I just want to
Breaking nicely.
just barely get it to the hole. Just barely get it there. If I try to hit this 6 inches past the hole, it's going to go 10 feet past the hole. So this is just going to die. And it's just...
It's gotta stop there, right?
Yeah.
I'm taking this. We're a par.
Tap it in. Another par. Stay at plus 26 through 16. Really, the back 9, I played a lot better than the front 9 scoring wise. I feel like I've been striking the ball pretty good all day, but not amazing. But for me, for this course, I've been doing okay. This is dog out to the right, pretty long hole, and I find these are tough. You don't have a real aim point. You can hear those guys. I could definitely hear those guys on the par 3 behind us talking about their yardage. And I started daydreaming about the par I just had. Yeah, I was listening to them. I was daydreaming about the par I just had, and forgot to get the center of the club facing the ball. So I duffed it 60 yards, and now I have way too far to go. Definitely not hitting 3-wood or anything out of this stuff, or on this sort of course. I do not have the accuracy for that now, so this is just a 5-iron, and just try to get it within a wedge distance. Hit it as good as I can.
As good as I can hit it.
Yep.
139 iron.
So still a little ways back. I would like to be closer on my third shot in a par 4. But 9 iron, 130. If I can get all this and make it stop, it should be in a good spot. Not the worst 9 iron I've hit, but not the best. Couple yards short of the green, and then just didn't get that forward. You see how it's rising, and you see when you hit down onto these hills here, it really kills the ball. Didn't get the run out. Needed a bit of a better strike, but outside chance at a par here, putting way back up this hill. You see there's kind of a backstop behind the flag, and I let it rip. Oh my gosh. I almost hit the pin. I also almost put it off the back of the green. But
That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. Counting on that hill helping me out. Oh!
green feeds it back and kind of rejects it an extra 3 or 4 feet. So, not ideal. So we're sitting here, putt for bogey. Now, I don't have the hole marked because I actually can't tell exactly where it is on this shot, but I'm way past the hole there. I think I've lost my mind at this point. Just this whole day on these greens has gotten to me, and tap that one barely. It just runs away, and you see, I'm done. So, 3-putt triple on 17. I just am not, yeah, not concerned at that point. Not gonna turn around. I call that a gimme. Plus 29 to plus 30. Mental health, triple. I want to put this out just over that bunker on the right. Tug it. Not too bad. But over those left fescues.
Fairway coming up.
Left humps of fescue.
What was that? 11? Yeah. I'll play 11 going up 18.
Yeah, my tee shot on 11 finished on 18 fairway, and my tee shot on 18 finished on 11 rough. Ball above my feet, coming out of the rough. It's a tough green complex up there. This is just...
At the wind with a fly. 160 gonna hit a 6.
160 hitting a 6.
Let's see.
Now, hindsight, you got to know short and right is way better. Go for the percentage shot. The chances of me getting the right distance in the right direction to be on the green from here is very low. But it's 18. So you got to try. I hit a great shot. I can't hit a better 6 iron. I hit it right on my line.
Big bounce left up onto the hill. Might be in terrible shape, might be in good shape, I don't know.
Long, I think it bounced.
I hit it.
I think it bounced a good 5 or 6 yards long past that pin, and out of that rough would have no spin. So, you know, you got the little Benny Hill montage of trying to look for it back there. Do you think I find it? I don't. Surprise. Just take a drop in the rough. Very, very, very tough shot here. Hitting my 4th from an awful spot rather than if I had just pitched up to the right, hit my 3rd with a, receptive spot. I kill that pitch in the rough and then the fringe, and it still rolls past 10 feet. But somehow, I have a putt for bogey. And I'll leave it on the high side. Putt for double. And, yeah. Finish with a strong triple. It's fun. It's
Of course, man.
Right?
Always gets you. No
it's a
matter what.
masochistic game, really.
Putting is just always.
See me trying to tally up my numbers. Ay caramba.
I had a 50 in the
Good times
I
though.
had a 9 on the back.
All done. Shot a 103. Managed to get a 47 on the back 9. I was doing really well on the back 9. I had a chance to break 100 actually after the 56 on the front. Just got to get tuned into the different course conditions. It's different caliber of course. You got a really fast greens, really important pitch shots as far as the slope that you're pitching to and where you want to leave yourself because the greens are so fast. Really soft sand. Had multiple outs trying to get out of sand traps because it was just so soft. I'm not used to it, so definitely left a lot of shots out there. But I made a lot of good shots too. When I hit it, I hit it well. Just some of those tight spots that I'm not used to and not prepared for. Having last time I played was close to a month ago, I think. So, but good day out here. TPC Toronto, Osprey Valley, Heathlands Course. Played the whites, and yeah, I'll be back.